And welcome back. Well, many singles are tired of the bar scene and family and friends trying to set them up. So could your pet be the key to finding love? Celebrity matchmaker, dating expert, and author Samantha Daniels joins us to explain how having a pet can lead to finding the one. Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, I always say that when people are walking a pet, especially a dog, if they're walking a dog, they're the easiest to approach and start a conversation with. So it seems like that would be a natural way to make a love connection. Is it true that our pets can help us find love?
Well, exactly what you just said is true. If you're walking in a park, like I'm in a park here today in Savannah, Georgia, if you're out with your dog is the perfect conversation starter or icebreaker for somebody to approach you. They can come up to you, ask you about your dog, pet your dog, and then before you know it, you're in a conversation with that person, and who knows, it can turn into a date.
It's true. How important is it that you, not only you, but also your pet look good?
Well, when you're dating or when you're out there trying to meet someone, you only get one chance to make a good first impression. So for you, it's always key. And the same thing with your pet. You want your pet to look well groomed. So you can always head on over to a store like Petco, where you can buy some great grooming products to make sure that your dog looks its very best.
And how about when you get to the point of them coming to your home? You know, dog hair, cat hair, litter smell, things like that don't really go over that well on a date. So how do you work that in?
Well, I think that when someone's coming to pick you up for a date, you want to keep in mind that now you're in the dating phase, and so you want to make sure that the focus is on you and not on a smell in your apartment, and especially not on a disobedient dog. If you have a dog that doesn't behave that well, it's always a great idea to go over to Petco. They have a positive dog training program where they will actually train your dog to behave better. And that way, when the guy shows up at the door and he's picking you up, the focus is on you, not on that dog who's causing so much ruckus all around your apartment.
That's great. And how about you? Are you a dog or a cat person, Samantha?
I'm a dog person myself.
So what do we do if opposites attract? I'm a cat person. Lots of guys are dog people. What do you do? Can it work between the two?
It can always work, just like opposites attract, and sometimes that works for people in relationships. It can also work if you're a dog person and the other person's a cat person. It's all about the connection between the people. Our pets take cues from us, and so if they sense that you're in love and you're affectionate to that other person, they're going to follow suit. And in today's day and age, there's a lot of blended families out there, so why not a dog-cat blended family?
I love that. The optimist in you makes me very happy. And I feel like animals are so individual, just like people. If you had a bad experience with one dog or one cat, they're not all the same. They're all very different.
That's right. I agree.
What event is coming up? You know, you've got something that you wanted to share with us for people who are kind of looking for love or looking to bring a pet into their home.
Well, so this weekend, Petco is sponsoring a national adoption weekend where you can head over to Petco and actually adopt a pet. And that's a great way to add another pet to your family or get a pet for the first time. So if you want more information on that, you can go to petco.com/adoptions and find out what's going on and where it's happening in your neck of the woods.
I love that. And you're also, I love what you mentioned earlier, if somebody's out walking their pet, to ask, are there any other good tips you have when meeting pets kind of out in the community?
Well, when you're out there in the community, you want to make sure that you have strong flirting techniques. That means positive eye contact, that means asking a lot of questions, that means smiling, flirting, complimenting the person, so that way they feel really good about themselves, they feel really good about the connection, and then you wind up going on a date with them.
I love it. So don't pay all the attention to the animal. You gotta address the owner too, huh?
That's right. You got to keep it in both places. The dog is really, your pet is really for that first nugget, that approach, that conversation starter. But then from there, you've got to take it to the next step, and that means flirting one-on-one between the adults. It can't just be the animals. It needs to be the adults. It needs to happen in the real world.
All right, last question, Samantha. Are you a fan of women asking for a date?
Absolutely. I think that, there's an easy way to do it, and that's just to let it be known that you're interested and kind of make suggestive undertones and hints that it would be fun to get together. Maybe let's go for a walk with our dogs. We should grab a coffee sometime. But then let him pick it up from there, because men really like to be men. And so I think they like to know that you're interested, but then they like to be the askers. So I think it's really more of a hybrid situation is the best way to go.
Great piece of advice. I love that. Is there a place we should go for more information?
Well, you can go to petco.com for all the information on the dogs, and for more information and my tips, you can go to samanthastable.com. That's my business.
Great. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Samantha.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Thanks.
Thank you.